work is pretty hard, but the college lifestyle is great.
Kanade, you're in Ikeda's research group, right?
Yeah, that's right.
You're lucky. There are a lot of women in that group, huh?
Yeah, I'd say it's about half women, which is pretty unusual.
Nothing but guys where I am, and all with glasses and black hair.
The whole science department looks like that, actually. There are only 3 girls in our whole year. Well, I'm off to the lab. Bye.
See you later.
Our field is InfoSci, or Information and Computer Science. It looks at natural science,
The economy's in recession.
social science,
I'm suddenly totally ripped.
and human science. We take all the information in the world and attempt to mathematically analyze it. In InfoSci, you're done with lecture halls in 3 years. Then, starting in your 4th year, everyone gets involved with a research group. You help them work on their project as well as write your own thesis. And here, in Ikeda's research lab, you'll find students overflowing with wisdom, working hard every day to excel in their research. Good morning, all. Huh? She is so not doing research.
庶民ら庶民らどっちつかずの曖昧関係許せないから
Seriously, Miss Ibarata? Were you up all night playing games again?
It's a limited event that only runs through today, and I fell asleep somehow. Now I gotta make up for it. I've gotta pull some gotchas, too.
You could at least scale it down to just one game. In the Ikeda lab, you can come in when you want and go home when you want. You can eat whatever food and snacks you want, too. Still, it is a shared space, so a certain degree of courtesy and cleanliness should be maintained. Okay. This place is a research lab, so it's our duty to take all the various problems in the world, conduct a mathematical analysis of them, and then explain them. It's a big job. That's why we spend every day researching.
And now, I, Yukimura Shinya, will begin my heart rate monitoring experiment.
Yukimura? Come closer. Unless you're afraid of being embarrassed by your heart rate rising.
Of course I'm not afraid of that. What I'm after is accuracy.
Yeah? So why are you backing away?
The experiment requires that I be mentally prepared.
Stop him, Kanade!
Yukimura! I'm so sorry. It was a reflex. I didn't mean to throw you down so hard. Are you okay, Yukimura? Please wake up!
Kanade must have a black belt in something.
What are you doing? Are you tying me up? What is the meaning of this, Kanade?
I'm only doing what Himuro told me. I'm sorry.
We had no choice. You were fleeing the experiment.
I wasn't fleeing anything. That was mental preparation to make sure that the conditions were close to normal. Hey, are you listening to me?
Let's see. In order to make a man's heart race, this'll work. Get close and stare into his eyes. Interesting. It says here that it's not just touching, but having him touch you is equally effective. In that case, Yukimura, you may touch me.
Where exactly?
My head, maybe?
I wonder if it'd be okay to go home now.
How about it, Yukimura? Any sensation of an elevated heart rate?
It's hard for me to say. How does she make her ponytail move like that? That should do it.
Wait. Let's give it another 10 minutes.
Is that much time necessary?
Nothing wrong with having a little more data, is there? You said so yourself, Yukimura. Whatever you two are doing, it's weird. That's for sure.
Ibarata, no one asked for your opinion.
It's Ms. Ibarata. So, what are you working on here? We were doing an experiment to measure the body's physical responses to being in love.
Himuro has fallen in love, it turns out, with our own Yukimura here.
That hasn't really been established yet. Well... That's why we were monitoring Yukimura's heart rate. Like this.
His heart rate's so high. Yours was high too, Himuro, but his is even higher.
What do those results indicate? It appears your heart was racing quite fast.
Well, I can explain that.
Tell me something, you guys. Did you run a control in your experiment? If you mean a resting heart rate, yes, we measured it. I'm not talking about that. I mean a person.
Just a sec. Can I ask a question? What do you mean by running a control?
Well, to explain it in simple terms. This is the objective of the experiment you are running. For accuracy, you need a second experiment without B in it, to use for comparison. That's what's called a control. Right now, you're comparing results to an experiment where A is doing nothing. This is called a negative control. It's used as a scientific control when no response is expected. However, in this case, comparison to a situation in which the other party is C is also necessary. Otherwise, you can't prove that the other party must be B. That's true.
Amazing, Ibarata, as always.
But in the experiment you guys were performing, there's no way to tell if the given factors are actually affecting the final results because of the lack of a control. So the whole exercise is pretty pointless. On the other hand, it might be worthwhile at least at a reference level, which is why I think we ought to begin a new experiment. Let's find out why this man's heart is racing. Is it because of Himuro? Or is he just a scumbag and the kind of guy who gets excited by touching any woman?
I'm doing it.
Okay, so far so good, I guess. Why did I agree to be part of this? Oh, the way Yukimura is patting my head is surprisingly gentle.
More.
Stop that, Ibarata! Unhand me at once!
Huh? The results are almost the same.
Himuro, these results are...
I see, Yukimura. All women affect you the same.
That's not true!
Disgusting. You beast.
I'm telling you, it's not like that at all. I guess it's time for me to be honest. Whenever a woman gets close to me, I get so nervous my heart rate skyrockets. After all, I've lived my life with almost no interaction with women.
That's not something you want to brag about.
Pathetic.
Be quiet!
Just the same, you two have gone and picked a difficult field of research. The change in heart rate could be associated with love, but how do you prove that mutual love is the cause of it? Well, I'm sure you'll do your best. As you were, Himuro, Yukimura.